Graham Hancock, America Before, The Key to Earth's Lost Civilization. Dive into the compelling exploration of America's ancient past in Graham Hancock's America Before, The Key to Earth's Lost Civilization. This book summary takes you through a journey to uncover the truth behind the presence of early humans in America, stretching far beyond traditional scholarly beliefs. Delve into the fascinating discoveries of the Clovis culture, the breakthroughs in genetic connections between Native Americans and Australasian Aborigines, and the celestial significance of ancient structures in both the Old and New Worlds. Learn how these findings challenge the conventional understanding of America's past and human origins, pointing towards a mysterious lost civilization that once thrived.
Unearthing America's Origins. A century ago, scholars believed that humanity's presence in North America only dated back 4,000 years due to the influential stance of Ales Hrdlicka, the head of anthropology at the Smithsonian's National Museum. Those who challenged this were often silenced. However, the Clovis discoveries in the 1920s and 1930s changed the academic landscape, proving human presence in America for at least 12,000 years. This led to the widely accepted but rigid view of Clovis first, dismissing the evidence of older American cultures. Despite the resistance, archaeologists continue to uncover fascinating evidence, challenging the outdated narrative and pushing for a more open and accurate understanding of America's early human history. For decades, determining when humanity first set foot in North America has been the subject of intense debate among archaeologists. 120 years ago, the consensus was that human presence on the continent began only 4,000 years ago, championed by the influential scholar Ales Hrdlicka. With his powerful position, Hrdlicka effectively made it a taboo to explore early human history in North America, stifling any alternate hypotheses. However, in the 1920s and 1930s, game-changing evidence emerged. Researchers discovered intricately crafted projectiles near a New Mexican town called Clovis, alongside extinct species that died over 12,000 years ago. This discovery shook the academic community, revealing that humans had inhabited North America far earlier than previously believed. The newfound Clovis sites, eventually numbering over 1,500, spanned the entire continent. But this milestone discovery led to a new, inflexible view known as Clovis First, which maintained that no older human cultures would ever be found in America. Those who challenged this notion faced fierce backlash, leaving little room for open inquiry. In 2012, an editor at Nature lamented that the debate over America's earliest inhabitants had become one of the most bitterly divisive in science. Even remarkable evidence of human activity dating back to 24,000 years ago in Canadian caves was met with derision rather than curiosity. The history of archaeological discoveries in North America serves as a reminder that established beliefs should never be immune to scrutiny. As we continue to unearth evidence of humanity's past in America, holding on to a commitment to open inquiry is essential for a fuller, more accurate understanding of our origins. Unearthing America's True Origins. Previously, the Clovis First theory suggested that humanity arrived in America via the Bering Strait around 14,100 years ago. However, the discovery of a 130,000-year-old mastodon in San Diego has challenged this idea, raising new questions about when and how people first came to the continent. For a long time, the Clovis First theory held that the first humans arrived in America via an icy land bridge between eastern Russia and western Alaska, known as the Bering Strait. This route would have been passable for nomads from Asian Siberia. However, the rest of the American continent remained inaccessible due to a massive ice barrier that covered modern-day Alaska and Canada. Around 14,100 years ago, a warming period opened up a corridor through the ice, allowing Siberian nomads to venture into the rest of America, or so the theory went. The ice barrier seemed an impassable obstacle for human migration, validating the Clovis First theory. That was until a crucial discovery in San Diego in 1992, a mastodon, a woolly mammoth-like creature whose femoral bones had been hammered by humans. Although mastodons disappeared around 12,000 years ago alongside the Clovis cultures, the significance of this finding appeared limited. However, a radiometric dating analysis conducted 22 years later revealed the bones to be 130,000 years old, a revelation that upended previous beliefs about America's peopling. This groundbreaking discovery was met with skepticism and even dismissal, but its implications were extraordinary. It meant that America was first inhabited not during the last period of deglaciation, 14,700 to 12,800 years ago, but tens of thousands of years before that. As a result, new questions have emerged: where did these early inhabitants come from, and how did they reach America? The answers promise to be astonishing, and the knowledge gained from these findings has deepened our understanding of the region's history and our origins as a species. Unveiling American Ancestry. The discovery of an unexpected DNA lineage connecting Native Americans in the Amazon to Aboriginal people from Australasia challenges our understanding of early American settlers' origins. Geneticists found that these South Americans shared greater similarities with people from oceans away than with other Native Americans from the north. This finding suggests that there might have been multiple founding populations of America, putting forth the possibility that prehistoric settlers from Australasia might have sailed the Pacific Ocean to South America. While some scholars dispute this idea, evidence of ancient boat travels adds weight to the argument that our Stone Age ancestors could have made such journeys. When geneticists Pontus Skoglund and David Reich from Harvard Medical School analyzed the DNA of Native Americans in the Amazon, they uncovered a surprising connection to Aboriginal people in Australasia. This lineage revealed greater resemblance to those living oceans away than to other Native Americans on the same continent. This unexpected discovery led to rigorous testing, confirming the presence of the Australasian DNA lineage. Skoglund and Reich concluded that America likely had multiple founding populations, with many traces of the older population now lost. The relative isolation of those in the remote Amazon has, perhaps, preserved the genetic connection. This tantalizing connection implies that prehistoric settlers from Australasia might have sailed across the Pacific Ocean to South America. While some scholars argue against this possibility, citing the presumed primitiveness of our Stone Age ancestors, compelling evidence suggests otherwise. Researchers have uncovered proof that Homo erectus inhabited Indonesian islands around 800,000 years ago, implying boat travel. If pre-human ancestors managed these ocean crossings, then Homo sapiens could have plausibly crossed the Pacific as well. Eske Willerslev, from the University of Copenhagen's Geogenetics Center, initially argued that America's settlement occurred solely via the Bering Land Bridge. However, in correspondence with the author, Willerslev acknowledged the mysterious Australian signal in the Amazonian DNA and admitted that an ocean crossing would be the simplest explanation, despite lacking concrete evidence. As we continue to explore the Amazon, we can expect more secrets of our ancestral origins to emerge. Unearthed, Amazon's Hidden Civilizations. Join Brother Gaspar de Carvajal in 1541 as he ventures into the depths of the Amazon jungle and uncovers sophisticated civilizations thought to be mere myths. Immerse yourself in accounts of shimmering white cities, sprawling farmlands, and impressive infrastructure. With modern evidence supporting Carvajal's tales, dive into the fascinating world of terra preta, the highly fertile, man-made soil that leaves us pondering the existence of advanced Amazonian societies and their innovative agricultural systems. Embark on a journey back to 1541 with Brother Gaspar de Carvajal, as he accompanies an expedition departing from Quito, in present-day Ecuador, venturing towards unknown territories. According to Carvajal, they encountered rich and sophisticated civilizations deep in the heart of the Amazon. He wrote about extensive cities reminiscent of Manhattan, complete with fertile lands for farming, roads, and intricately crafted porcelain, superior to anything in imperial Spain. Carvajal's account has been dismissed due to mainstream beliefs that the Amazon was too rugged and remote to host any advanced societies. However, the friar, guided by his faith, sincerely believed what he saw and recorded it as truth. Now, evidence comes forth to demonstrate that perhaps he was onto something. In 2018, laser technology revealed over 60,000 structures hidden in similar dense forests in Guatemala, a discovery that shook the archaeological world. Supporting the notion of Amazonian sophistication, scholars found traces of terra preta, an incredibly fertile man-made soil, scattered across the region. The creation of terra preta involved a complex process that combined various organic materials and required precise burning techniques using wet vegetation in order to smolder, not burn. Was its discovery a result of accidental experimentation, or was it designed by an innovative population seeking to create efficient agricultural systems in the Amazon? To unravel the Amazon's hidden treasures, we must not only search within its soil but also take to the skies and employ modern technology. Follow Carvajal's footsteps, re-examine these elusive civilizations, and ponder the mysteries that lie beneath the Amazon's untamed canopy. Unraveling ancient cosmic architecture. In 1977, researcher Alcir Ranzi discovered enormous geometric earthworks, known as geoglyphs, while flying above the Amazon. These intricate designs, estimated to be 2,000 years old, showcase a sophisticated understanding of geometry and solar alignment in Amazonian history. Strikingly similar earthworks are found in the Mississippi Valley, created by an entirely different culture. The Newark earthworks in Ohio exhibit astronomical precision, with intricate alignments to rare lunar events. These remarkable cosmic connections can be seen in countless other ancient structures worldwide, raising the possibility that these diverse civilizations may share a common origin. While soaring above the Amazon in 1977, Alcir Ranzi stumbled upon a stunning sight. Spread across the landscape below lay massive, geometrically designed earthworks called geoglyphs, forming perfect shapes and connecting to one another via straight roads on a northwest to southwest orientation. This solar alignment, paired with their estimated 2,000-year history, spoke to a surprisingly advanced understanding of geometry and the cosmos in Amazonian cultures. Travel far north to the Mississippi Valley, and you'll find a fascinating parallel in the earthworks created by another distinct culture. The Newark earthworks in Ohio boast an accurately constructed octagon connected by a pathway to an enormous circle spanning 321.3 meters in diameter. Impeccably aligned with the even more earthworks at High Bank, these creations hint at the advanced capabilities of their architects. Remarkably, the styles found in the Amazonian and Native American earthworks appear to be shared, revealing an underlying motive, memorializing the celestial realm above. The High Bank and Newark earthworks show a powerful connection with infrequent cosmological occurrences, lunar standstills. Lines drawn between various points of their octagons align nearly flawlessly with the northernmost and southernmost horizon points at which the moon rises and sets. This sophisticated comprehension of the cosmos is not unique. Poverty Point, located in northeastern Louisiana, features geometric ridges that offer ideal viewing platforms for the summer and winter solstices and the equinox sun. Additionally, there is a strong likelihood that the Amazonian geoglyphs align with the solstice since no scholarly studies have attempted astroarchaeological research on these artifacts. Discovering further examples of ancient architecture across the globe, including England's Stonehenge and Cambodia's Angkor Wat, bears witness to a common theme of cosmic reflection and geometric principles. How were these diverse societies able to construct such intricate geometric and astronomical structures? The possibility of a common origin may provide the answer, suggesting a powerful source robust enough to transmit an intricate architectural system throughout various cultures over thousands of years. Unraveling afterlife parallels. Egypt's Great Pyramid and Alabama's Moundville site hold astonishing similarities in their beliefs about the afterlife, particularly with their links to Orion's belt. Strikingly, both the Egyptians and Native Americans believed that souls traveled to the realm of the dead through Orion's belt at specific times. The Egyptian Books of the Dead and Native American stories led by Professor George Langford emphasized the need for the soul to reach the afterlife via Orion at the precise moment. However, these cultural ties are hard to explain due to the lack of direct contact between societies. These similarities spark curiosity, especially since the Egyptian and Native American civilizations had no known direct contact. The ancient Egyptians vanished by the 5th century AD, whereas the Native American artworks at Moundville point to around 1500 AD. This begs the question, how could these cultures have developed such similar beliefs without any direct influence? One possibility is that both Egyptian and Native American cultures might have shared a common predecessor. To explore this hypothesis further, we need to delve back into the world's history, over 12,000 years ago, when Earth experienced a colossal catastrophe, greatly impacting life as we know it. Also, there are shared eerie accounts in both cultures' afterlife stories. For instance, an Egyptian depiction illustrates a goddess opening a deceased man's head with a hatchet, which could have been a recognizable image for the Native Americans. They have their own tales involving the Brain Smasher, a terrifying female figure associated with the journey to the afterlife. While explanations for these fascinating parallels between Egyptian and Native American cultures are not easy to come by, delving deeper into the past could possibly provide some answers. It is the investigation of ancient history and their shared celestial connections that could ultimately unravel the mysteries that surround these two cultures. Comet Catastrophe, Rewriting History. A chilling event 12,800 years ago, the Younger Dryas period, saw the Earth transform into an icy wonderland for 1,200 years. A comet disintegration showered our planet with fragments, causing unparalleled consequences. Vast fires claimed 9% of the world's vegetation, while smoke blocked sunlight and brought ice-cold winter. Ice sheets, destabilized by the impact, released water, raising sea levels up to 4 meters. The devastation led to the extinction of megafauna, such as mammoths and saber-toothed tigers, with remains found beneath black layers of earth rich in charcoal and glass-like carbon. The sophisticated Clovis culture also met its demise, evidenced by the disappearance of their unique hunting points. Remarkably, resilient hunter-gatherers managed to survive this catastrophe. The hypothesis suggests that a small advanced civilization, existing before the cataclysm, might have collapsed but passed down their knowledge for future generations. Reviving a lost civilization. Imagine a scenario in which an ancient, advanced civilization recognized a looming catastrophe and sought to preserve their knowledge by passing it on to hunter-gatherer populations. This lost civilization may have been devastated during the Younger Dryas period, but their wisdom and technology lived on, inspiring the development of cultures worldwide, from Egypt to Stonehenge, Angkor Wat to the Mississippi Basin. Evidence of their influence can be traced back to myths, shared practices in geology, astronomy, archaeology, and belief systems across the globe. The mysterious origins of the Clovis people's advanced point technology and the presence of Australasian DNA in the Amazon have long puzzled researchers. The shared aspects of Old World and New World cultures, particularly in geology, astronomy, archaeology, and belief systems, point towards the existence of one lost civilization that once thrived prior to the devastating Younger Dryas period. Picture a time before the Younger Dryas when a minority of humans developed a sophisticated civilization with a deep interest in the cosmos. These astronomer priests likely identified danger signs in the form of shooting stars, leading them to predict potential threats to life on Earth. Realizing that their hunter-gatherer contemporaries possessed valuable survival skills, the advanced civilization carefully crafted a contingency plan to ensure the continuation of their knowledge, beliefs, and architecture by teaching these groups. Though skeptics might question this theory, similar narratives of a lost civilization's rebirth can be found in ancient Egyptian texts. Inscriptions on the temple walls of Edfu, Upper Egypt, speak of an early age when gods ruled the earth. Hailing from a holy island called the homeland of the primeval ones, these divine beings endured a catastrophic flood that wiped out the majority of their population and destroyed their sacred places. The surviving gods, or as we might interpret, survivors from the advanced civilization, traveled the world in search of hunter-gatherer societies with whom they could share their wisdom and hope to rebuild their lost world. The impact of this lost civilization can be seen in the multitude of cultural sites and practices spanning the globe. From the magnificent structures of Egypt and Stonehenge to the grand designs of Angkor Wat and the Mississippi Basin, traces of this ancient, sophisticated culture's influence persist. These connections offer compelling evidence that a single, long-lost civilization's knowledge and innovation lived on, shaping the world and cultures we know today. Unraveling an invisible civilization. The existence of a mysterious ancient civilization is hinted at through unmatched seafaring capabilities and advanced technological innovations. This civilization, which remains unseen, may have influenced the development of other cultures through its knowledge and sophisticated tools, such as the highly advanced Clovis projectiles. Evidence of this lost civilization can be found in unusual maps, ancient underwater roads, and intriguing DNA connections. Thousands of years ago, an enigmatic civilization may have roamed the Earth, possessing seafaring skills superior to any other culture until recent times. Clues to their existence include peculiarities in ancient DNA and medieval maps. A clear example is the Pizzigano chart from 1424, which inaccurately depicts Japan as a single landmass, a fact only accurate 13,000 years ago when sea levels were lower. Other intriguing remnants include the 1513 Piri Reis map, showcasing a non-existent island southeast of the United States. However, deep in the ocean at this very location, an ancient road made of enormous rocks emerges. Interestingly, this rock formation would have combined to form an island around 12,800 years ago. While some scholars dismiss these maps as mere mistakes, an alternative perspective suggests that they offer insights into a lost civilization gifted in maritime navigation and cartography. Tracing this civilization's existence is challenging due to limited evidence and convoluted clues. One possibility comes from the advanced Clovis projectiles, a technological wonder beyond any other hunter-gatherer tools of that era. Surprisingly, these projectiles appear to manifest suddenly, without any signs of prior development, implying an external influence from a more refined culture. The appearance of these technologically advanced tools and the traces of Australasian DNA in America demand explanation. A lost source civilization could provide the missing link to understanding these peculiar findings. As we continue our journey, we must also explore how this early civilization might have evolved and the possible stark contrasts between its spiritual beliefs and our modern world. Unraveling lost civilization secrets. In the ancient city of Baalbek, Lebanon, 3 colossal stones weighing over 800 tons each have been meticulously placed within a wall, 6 meters above ground. Modern technology would be challenged to achieve such precision, so how did this ancient civilization accomplish it? The answer may lie in lost psi capabilities. By harnessing the power of consciousness, these civilizations could have used telepathy and telekinesis for communication and moving objects. In contrast to our obsession with technology, these civilizations may have embraced shamanism, attaining spiritual wisdom through trance and visions. A glimpse into this spiritual realm can be found in the hallucinogenic Amazonian drink ayahuasca. Users of ayahuasca often report telepathic experiences, and their experiences frequently involve geometric forms. Could the secret to the lost civilization be rooted in an understanding of the human experience that modern society has forgotten?
In the summary of Graham Hancock's America Before, The Key to Earth's Lost Civilization, you have explored revelations of early human life in America and the possible existence of a sophisticated lost civilization, with far-reaching cultural and technological impacts. Discoveries of stunning architecture, unexplained genetic links, and shared astronomical knowledge all point to a shared ancient origin between diverse cultures across continents. Unravel the potential of human consciousness and shamanic practices employed by this vanished civilization, to grasp the enormity of human experience. In the end, you are left with tantalizing questions about the undiscovered mysteries of humanity's deep past and the enigmatic civilization that could hold the answers.